Have you ever wanted to travel to New York, London, or Miami on a budget? Well, now might not be the best time to do that. There are still plenty of places to see. So pack your laptop, your favorite book, and start up your 2006 Toyota Camry, because who knows what's out there. Let's get started. So, the first thing that you'll want to do is try and find cheap housing in the area that you're trying to go to, whether it be Alaska, North Dakota, Texas. You really want to find a cheap place, such as a cheap hostel, especially if you're traveling to Europe where housing prices are extremely high. Hostels are a very good alternative to living in a hotel because it is literally $10 a day at times. And with so few people traveling, it is possible for you not to have to share a hostel with somebody else. And there are plenty of COVID-19 restrictions. However, because hostels are not the best option for everybody, you definitely do want to go with different options like living with your friends and your family. Uh, I have a family and friends located in Germany, Japan, and I'm sure that you guys certainly do have somebody located in a place near where you want to go to. So if you're thinking about going to, say, the Redwoods, or you definitely want to use uh, somebody's house that is over in that area, like your friends or family. Last option is obviously you have a car, and if you don't, I'm sorry, it's probably not a great time for you to travel the world. But if you do have a car, I would highly recommend you folding back the back chair in your car and sleeping in it like that. It'll save you a lot of money, and especially if you're traveling across the country and you don't have a ton of money to spend, say $2 or $3 a day. Okay, maybe not $2 or $3 a day, but you can definitely travel across the country and sleep in your car to save those extra bucks. And what is a good road trip without eating a lot of food? So there's snacks you can get at a gas station, and if you don't want to spend a ton of money, you can drink coffee as an appetite suppressant so that when you're not in an area that has a lot of good quality food, say you're just getting fast food and that's all you see on the road, coffee is a much better alternative than loading up on a bunch of French fries and stuff that just really isn't good for you. But, on a road trip, maybe that's not the thing that you're worried about the most. However, if you're on a road trip, you might want to be using your Audible subscription. This is not sponsored, but however, only 1% of all viewers are subscribed, so please hit the subscribe button so that you can continue getting videos like this. It is no cost to you. If you want to unsubscribe, you can unsubscribe at any time. Please give this video a like if you haven't already. Moving on, there's a lot of cheap, efficient ways to travel across the country. You can use public transit. In America, although we do not have subways that can take us anywhere in the country, such as in Europe, we do have a somewhat antiquated train infrastructure that can take you from any place in the world, in the United States, to the other. You might also want to use an old, reliable car, say a 2006 Toyota Camry, and maybe carpool with your friends, especially if all of you want to get out of the house and you've been cooped up in there so long that you don't know what is up, what is down. If you have a credit card, you can use your unused airline miles to go from one place to the next without having to spend hundreds of dollars in gas, especially if you are traveling over long land distances. It might be cheaper to get an airline ticket, and if the airline ticket is covered by your credit card points, you would still be able to travel without having to pay that additional expense of depreciating your car and running up a huge amount of miles. So you've got a plan for your housing, you got your food figured out, some of you got the snacks, you have a car that you're going to take to travel everywhere, but where are you actually going to go? Well, your best bet is to stay away from large cities until COVID dissipates from the earth. You would want to visit some national parks like Yellowstone, or visit some small towns that do not have a high degree of COVID in it. That being said, you do not want to be going to all these small towns without taking the proper precautions, wearing your mask. If you feel sick, end the road trip and go home. But if you still want to travel the world on a cheap budget and you don't want to go anywhere near any sort of person, place, or thing, well, you are in luck. You can travel without leaving your home. You can use Omegle. It is a software that allows you to talk to random strangers anywhere in the world. You can also use VR chat rooms, which allow you to talk with people in a more three-dimensional space. And lastly, you could always read a few books. All right, that wraps it about up. Thank you guys for listening. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe already. Only 1% of all viewers are subscribed, so please hit the subscribe button and leave a like. Thanks.